They say you can't step into the same river twice. Let's test that. No matter how many times I step out of the river, it will always be a different situation. The water I stepped into has already flowed away, and I am not the same person I was before bathing. You can't step into the same river twice. This is not just an expression. It forms the basis of modern science, a view of the world as a process. We seem to be sitting in a boat without moving. Yet the world around us, like us, is constantly changing. It is possible that constant changes may frighten you, but a physicist is not frightened by them. Instead, they provoke curiosity. One can be afraid or curious. What's there? We are taught to regard changes with disdain and dislike throughout human history, in an attempt to preserve a static world, instead of acknowledging that the world is a flowing river.
My father taught me, and I will teach you, that you should respect your elders and do what I tell you.
We are usually taught to listen to our elders, so to speak, to listen to the seniors, to revere our ancestors. You are taught to accept their views and act like your grandfathers and great-grandfathers did. Perhaps now you have a chance to do things differently, to embrace change and refuse to do what others did before you. Instead of appealing to authority, could you give me specific arguments why I should do this?
What?
Students memorize answers instead of learning to ask questions. And when taught with questions, ready-made answers are presented as a given and absolute truth. Students are taught knowledge, but not the methods of acquiring and reviewing knowledge, except for the method of authority, such as referring to the right book or elder. The main goal of education is to make the child another elder. You can't step into the same river twice. Everyone who studies human physical phenomena says that everything they manage to find represents processes, growth and decay, energy transformation, social changes, and so on. No event repeats itself exactly the same. The only constant is change. Every day, new questions arise, the answers to which we can no longer find on the last pages of textbooks. In the education of the future, knowledge will be conveyed as temporary explanations with the possibility of further revision. Students will be taught not so much to make decisions on certain issues, but to form flexible and effective views on them. The goal of education will be to make the child different from the elder and to recognize the fact that he is different, just as the world he will have to live in is constantly changing. Now, I hope you understand that the world is a process or a river. We are constantly changing, just like the world around us, and the difference between a man and a boy is a process that has been happening since the time when a man behaved like a boy. A man's attempt to behave like a boy is maladaptive. And now, we can consider the maladaptation of society's attempt to live and function today as it did in the past. Hello, Dad. I won't be a welder.